If nothing changes, nothing changes.
Mm.
Cause I don't feel like this often. I've been telling you my problems. Would you catch me if I'm falling? Phone when you know I'm on. Pick up if I call
Yo, welcome to the Amazing Podcast. We got a special guest here today, my guy Young Cymba, man. How you doing today?
What's up, bro? Good. How about you?
Man, I'm doing good, man. Young Cymba is a visionary artist and producer known for his boundary-pushing sound, blending hip-hop, electronic, and experimental elements to captivate listeners worldwide. He was raised in a church. His melodic background influences hypnotic melodies and infectious beats crafted by FL Studio, collaborating with both local and international artists like Nico and Sean Scully. He's established himself in the music scene, working in various studios across the metro area. His projects include Train of Thought, a compilation of previously released tracks rebranded to showcase his evolution. Standout tracks like Follow Me and Mine highlight his ability to blend R&B with energetic beats, solidifying Young Cymba's position as a rising star in the industry.
Yes, sir. That sounds great. That sounds solid. Yeah. And just to let y'all know, I am from Jackson, Mississippi, born and raised. Um, moved around a little bit. Went to Mississippi School of the Arts as well, but we'll get into all that. But yes, sir. Thank you for that good introduction.
Oh yeah, man. Just tell me about your come up growing up in Jackson and going to the School of Arts of Mississippi and just explain about that process.
Yeah, well, I've always been into the arts and music from a young age. Being in the church, my auntie Shirley, rest in peace to her, she always gave me a good musical upbringing or someone to watch as far as being in the church and playing the piano, something to gravitate towards. So I always mimicked that and found my own sound as well in that being younger. As moving forward to when I got into high school, I transferred to Mississippi School of the Arts, and that gave me a good opportunity to be around like-minded artistic individuals as well. It inspired me and motivated me to get deeper into my bag and pursue my artistry and figure out what all I could come up with as far as what I wanted to do. So there, I studied under the study of Patton Rice. He was a classically trained vocal instructor. I did Italian arias. I do musical theater. It just opened up my bag, my repertoire for everything more. It just expanded it all for me, basically. It gave me a bigger ceiling. At that point in time, I really didn't know exactly what I wanted to do, but I knew I wanted it to be about music. I knew that I wanted my future to center around music, and I would be fine if I could find a way to get paid doing that for the rest of my life. I'd be really satisfied. So shout out to Mr. Pat, great choir director, vocal instructor. It was four disciplines there though. We had vocal, um, acting, theater. They had that visual arts, and then they also had literary. So great program. They're doing great now. They're expanding it as well. So shout out to MSA too. Yes, sir. Class 2015.
Class 2015, you heard the man. You
Yes,
heard the
sir.
man. Out of all the projects that you worked on thus far, which one has been your favorite?
Okay, so I actually wanted to get into the fact that I'm working with a local group, Trey Solo.
Okay.
I came up with them. I've been working with them for a while, and we did a project earlier last year. I executively produced it called Scheming Demons. They had 3 or 4 songs on there that I feel like were standouts. It was awesome working on that project with my bro Lee Leezy. Shout out to Lee Truck, um, trendy for sure. Um, they had Ride on there. What else was on there? We did Scheming Demons, which is a self-titled track, and then there was another song on there, Astonished Cry. I like that song too. Another project I had fun working on was that NASA Babies 2 with Sean Scully and Chief Lay, two hard artists coming out of the city right now. Definitely go check them out. I got a song, Nico's on that song too, I believe. The song is called No Love. Go check that out. It's on NASA Babies too. I had fun working with Flock. He's a hard artist coming out of Jackson too. I made that Pop Me a Pill too. I think me and 300 Hertz, another local producer out of Jackson, we worked on that together as well. So just a couple of stuff I worked on here and there um, that I enjoy doing. Yep.
And you know, you mentioned that you was a producer as well.
Hmm.
So how is the process of just making a song and all that? Like, how describe that process?
Okay, so I have another producer that I work frequently with as well, named Mastodon. We had a project out a couple of maybe a year or two ago called Line Talk. I took that down in the rebranding. We can get into that a little bit later. But just long story short, the main reason I took all that music down was because there was a lot of Cymbas out there,
Mm-hmm.
and it was kind of hard to differentiate myself from them. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just put young at the front of it, even though I'm not that young, but
Mm-hmm.
who doesn't want to chase youth?
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll just do young Cymba for now. I can go by either or, but as far as putting the music out, I'll do young Cymba. So, but back to Mastodon. Okay, so we had a project out named Line Talk. Everybody loved it. Me and him both make beats and record as well. So we collaborated on that, and then I took it down, and me and him are just kind of locking back in as of maybe the last couple months or so. And we were in the studio and we cooked up a beat and song from scratch the other day. And I just went ahead and recorded. I've been shooting content more and editing videos, and so because I feel like a lot of people don't know about that process, like or how it's done. Like, okay, a lot of people just getting beats off of YouTube or whatever. You know, can't nobody
Mm-hmm.
just make something from scratch and then go record on it. And but as far as that process, it's it's simple now, but maybe 4 or 5 years ago, it was foreign to me. Like I'm just making beats, like just trying to figure out how to make beats, whatever. I didn't know that it could get to a whole different level, but essentially, you're just gonna get your melody. However, you get you a sample or you make it from scratch with your guitar or whatever instrument you use. You put you some drums on there. Uh, you mix it. Just and mixing really ain't that complicated either. You just gotta level your sounds. People overcomplicating that. You ain't gotta put all them plugins and effects on there. Just level your sounds. Use your ear. I'm for real. Use your ear, and the rest gonna come to you. As far and another key thing, you want to have your drums loud, like, but you don't want them to clip though. Like on the master, you gonna see if anything going past that zero in the red, you clip it, my boy. You clipping for sure. So just keep that in mind, and you level your drums. You definitely want your snare, your 808s, and your claps to be your loudest things. You want that to be hitting it. The 808 got to be hitting for sure. Kick too, that's got to be hard, punchy. But um, as far as that side chaining and all that other stuff, you don't got to do all that. That's for the EDM house music producers. Just level that kick right up under that 808. Tuck that. Uh, but I'm showing it all on my Instagram though, and I'm finna start doing more tutorial based content because I realize when you're teaching somebody something, they'll engage more. Like,
Mm-hmm.
cause it's hard to entertain everybody. Some people just tough crowd, but you could teach something to everybody. Like something they didn't know, they'll tap in. So I'm just learning about that more. But as far as making the beat, let me get back to that. After you mix it, you're gonna arrange it. You're gonna lay it out. And then just kind of take out stuff you don't want. That's pretty much it. After you lay it out, you bounce it down. Boom. Then you'll take that 2 track you just bounce down and see. I'm making beats and recording in the same software. You can do all that in Fruity Loops. You ain't got to switch over to Pro Tools or nothing like that. You could just. That's why I like it. But you take it over to your recording DAW and then load that up, get the tempo right, key, and just record. It's that simple. But I kind of do want to get into the fact of I don't want to just be a starving artist. Like it's plenty of people that just load up beats every day and just record. For what though? Like why are you making these songs?
What route are you trying to go to?
I feel like since I offer so many things as far as I want to break it down like assets and liabilities. I'm always trying to be an asset. I never want to be a liability. My long-term goal is to have my own record label because that's essentially what I offer. You know, I'm making beats, I'm recording in house. All this stuff is here. The stuff that you would go out to a label to find, I can provide. So I could just create that business entity in itself and then branch out and find people I want to network and collaborate with to reach our common goal. So that's where I'm at with it. But right now, as far as moving as a mogul, I just wanna put music out for sure because my circle, my friends, my homeboys, they get onto me about it all the time. Like, bruh, when you gonna drop? Like, come on, bro, drop the music. Like, you ain't gonna drop. You know what I'm saying? Like, just messing with me. But in reality, they know like I'm holding in my bag. Like the hits that's supposed to be coming out 2024, 2024, the summer, like all of that. I got that already. So me just trickling out a song at a time with singles and the waterfall method, it's the best I can do. Cause my manager KD get onto me all the time, like Cymba, don't just put no song out, like don't just cause he know these are gems, like these are hits. These ain't no just.
So you trying to be strategic with it?
I'm trying, but it's hard because I realized it put a lot of the pressure on me, but that's cool because I perform well under pressure.
Okay.
So now since I've been editing more videos and creating cover art myself and stuff like that, things that I would need a team for, it just kind of puts the time clock in my hands. Like, okay, if I want to drop every week, then I got to have 4 cover arts ready. I got to have everything in order so that I can put everything in a chain if that's what I really want to do. But that's got to be what I really want to do. I can't be like, oh, I want to drop, and not work towards that because I know what it takes now. Because these last 2 songs, I've created the cover art, I typed up the lyrics and stuff. I did everything basically besides that Keep It In Your Lane. We'll get into that too. That was a collaborative effort as well. But Phoenix, the song I dropped right before that single, I made the beat, I recorded it, I did the cover art, all of that. And so
how long does that process usually take?
Phoenix, I recorded that song last year, but if I really got it on my mind and I'm in that mode, I can get all of that stuff done in one day. Everything. Like, and it be quality music too. I just have to be really feeling it. Like I can't fake the funk. I've never been the type of guy to be able to just half ass do anything and it just seem real. Cause I'm real. Like I'm raw, I'm uncut, I have a filter, but I cut it on and off. So, but honestly, I feel like that's all about me, like passion, music, being honest. Like that's the type of person I am. I respect people like that. Like I don't like people that like to sugarcoat or beat around the bush or nothing like that. Makes me feel weird. Now I'm uneasy. Like why are you trying? What are you hiding?
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know, but at the end of the day gonna end, man, and a new day gonna begin for sure. And I stand by that because life's hard.
You got somebody you want to collaborate with? Just anybody
That's
in the world?
Of course. Drake.
Your top 3.
Yep. Okay. Metro Boomin, Drake, and Metro Boomin, Drake, and
Metro Boomin and Drake beefing though. You can't do
it.
both of them now.
I can't. I got to, bro. I got to because I want to work with both of them.
What side you on?
I'm not sure where I stand right now. That BBL Drizzy got me in a headlock. Bro. I ain't gonna lie, no Diddy. But I do Metro Boomin, Drake, and I wanna say like Juicy J, but not Juicy J now, like 3-6 Mafia Juicy J.
Okay.
Because he was different then.
Yeah.
I almost chose Project Pat as an honorable mention because that Cheese and Dope, just that whole time period is a heavy influence on me now. I don't know why. I'm not uncultured. I'm just late to catch up on all of that stuff. Like I'm just now watching Don't Be a Menace.
Oh
So
man,
and that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know. I love stuff like that, but I'm just getting around to it. So, but yeah, definitely Juicy J, Drake, Metro. That would be crazy. But I've been on Drake though for a while, ever since.
I've been on. I'm a Drake
Yeah,
fan.
man, heck yeah, big Drake fan. He's a big influence for sure. Cause me and my auntie, we were just talking about that the other day. She put me on when he dropped that mixtape with Uptown on there, Successful,
Oh
So
yeah,
Far Gone. That was
that was
classic,
hard. That was
man.
hard.
Like
You gonna make me go listen to it
classic,
after
bro.
this?
Bria's interlude, that whole Lust for Life. Like you could play that, no skips. You could
No,
play that.
no skips at
You could
all.
play that joint, bro. So I don't know, heavy influence. And then I liked how his engineer 40 works with him.
Mm-hmm.
And they were talking about how people think that he takes lo-fi drums and put them on the beat, but he really just rolling the. He's not even rolling the low end off. I think he's changing the bit rate on the sample size or something. It's something simple, but anyway, back to keep it in your lane. That's important. That's a song I just dropped
Okay.
featuring Rita Brent. So
Yeah, tell us about that.
keep it in your lane featuring Rita Brent is basically just about staying focused on a goal. It's about staying focused. It's about being goal driven, goal oriented, not letting anything or anybody shake you out of what you are working towards. Keeping in your lane, it's really a motivational anthem, but it sounds like some chill, laid back music to ride to. But if you really listen to it closely, it's instructions on how to be successful. Like, but it's also uplifting. So it started out kind of like jokingly. So I'm making beats. My auntie, she hears me working on this beat. She said, "I'm kind of hear something," and she's telling me about how life is kind of getting her down. But I'm gonna just go with the flow, and I'm thinking, dang, these words she writing, this it right here. This the one.
Yeah.
She don't know, but I'm like, okay, so boom, I go load it up. Like I was just telling you, I
Mm-hmm.
load it up. Feel me? I put the headphones on, I'm recording. I come up with the hook, and I'm listening to the hook for probably about a week straight. Just listening to it. I say, okay, I got it. Cause sometimes when I'm writing, it's
Mm-hmm.
it's different. Sometimes it's short, long periods, whatever.
How did you get Rita to come get on some?
I'm getting to it.
Okay,
Check me out.
okay.
So boom, my auntie is the producer for this situation, this event that Rita hosts called the Workout Room.
Okay.
The Workout Room is a
I've been there
space
a couple
for
times. I
artists
know,
to
yeah.
exactly Tuesday nights. Y'all shout out
Tuesday
the
nights,
Workout
Howlin'
Room.
Miles.
Yeah,
Workout
pull
room.
up Workout Room 7 o'clock. So boom, I have been coming to the Workout Room off and on. I ain't gonna say regularly, off and on, maybe like for a month or so, 2 months at this time. I hadn't really had a lot of material. I was running out of live material to do, so this was a good opportunity to just see what happens. So I got a I got keeping in your lane ready, like to be able to play it and stuff. So I go up there, I perform it, and the crowd's feeling it. You know what I'm saying? They loving it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, good. And then Rita, she's really loving it. She's like, man. So so I perform it. She gets the mic, and she's singing it with me. Boom. So after I get out, and the crowd's just going crazy. So it's locked in. So next time I come to the workout room, she say, we perform the song again. She asked the crowd, y'all want me to get on this song with, you know what I'm saying? So they like, yeah. So boom, that turns into what? So a couple days pass by. Rita hits me. Well, we talk about it, and it turns into situation. We set up a studio date. So this just came from a fleeting thought, just chilling in the studio, just goofing off into now this is finna be a real. We finna cut this record. You know what I'm saying? Like it was manifestation though because I had been wanting to collaborate with Rita and
Mm-hmm.
network with her as well. But and that was a goal of mine, being at the workout room, just trying to get out more, get my face seen, familiar, because everyone knows that I've been doing music. If you know, you know. But now is a different time to where after COVID, people getting back out, things are changing in the world. So I'm just trying to find a way to, get my face out there. And it turns into that. And so now it's just like, I feel like it was almost like a game competition.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're out here premiering our talents. Whoever wins, you win the feature.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's how it was in my head. But this is an invisible prize. No, she had never said nothing about this, but it just kind of materialized that way. So, fast forward a couple months later, like I say, it took a while to get the ball rolling because I'm waiting on somebody, but the person I'm waiting on is me. Like, I got to get the cover art together. I got to get the content. How are we going to promote this song? And all these things. So, like I say, fast forward a couple months and the song finally comes out. I drop it, and it came out May the 12th, I believe. But I want to ask you a question. How did you come up on the sound? How did you find the song?
Okay, I found the song. It was just in my little suggestion box, and I saw Rita Brent name because I have worked with Rita Brent before.
Yeah.
Back when I was at Hines, I just hosted my first time meeting her and working with her. I was hosting a comedy show, and she was coming from Jackson, and I'm going to Hines in Utica. That's where I started the podcast. There, so shout out Mr. Seb, man. He helped me out with all this.
Yes, sir.
But he got me to host it, so I'm hosting. She was supposed to come. She's like late because it's bad weather and stuff. She got to drive on that back country road. So I'm like, dang, I'm supposed to just introduce them and stuff. So I end up doing a little, entertaining the crowd, making people laugh and stuff. This is my first time doing it.
Yeah.
So I got the people in the stands laughing and stuff. And then afterwards and stuff, she come talk to me and was like, hey, it's your first time doing this. You kind of funny. You should, continue to do this stuff. And we just started talking about my podcast and stuff. So then I used to go to the workout room a couple times,
Did some stuff out there.
just chilling out, enjoying it and stuff. Then I was like, okay. Then I did the last podcast. I tagged your song in. Oh, let's see. I just see Rita Brent name, and I listened to it, and I was like, I didn't know who you were at the time, but I liked the song.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this is a little vibe. Then it matched what I want, the clip I wanted to put out there, and then the rest is history.
From there.
The rest is history.
That's
man.
crazy. Another person that I collab with that I forgot to touch on is BBN Photons. I'm not sure if you're familiar with him. He's another local artist.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's crazy though. Small world.
It's crazy
how you found that. Heck
crazy
yeah, I was like, man, because
man.
when I clicked the sound, I was like, dang, mine had 1,600, but yours had 1,300. I was like, whoa, what is this? that kind of piqued my interest though. So like I say, I appreciate you using it and supporting it.
Oh yeah, man, for sure, man. I
like
to see everybody win, especially around this Jackson metro area, man.
Yeah, man, we gotta definitely change that crabs in a bucket mentality mindset here, because if we don't help each other, we're not gonna get nowhere.
Exactly. Before we just end everything, any current projects you're working on or future projects you're headed to?
Okay.
Any last words of wisdom that you just want to get off your chest?
Yes, most certainly. I am working on a solo project for sure. It's probably gonna be an EP. Y'all ain't getting an album out of me unless I sign a deal. Y'all ain't getting an album, and I probably ain't gonna sign. So, EPs and palm trees. I'm gonna drop some collaborative projects as well. Like I say, with my brother Leezy, we got T&E coming. I'm gonna tell y'all what that means later on down the road. But we got that coming, and like I say, go out, stream that, keep it in your lane, featuring Rita Brent. Much more coming from me as far as singles wise. Just be looking out on the singles, just dropping singles. And as far as words of wisdom, if nothing changes, nothing changes.
Ooh. Y'all heard, if nothing changes, nothing changes.
Nah, or I should give them the excuses, huh? Excuses are tools for the incompetent. They build bridges to nowhere. People who use them become monuments of nothingness. Excuses.
I like that right there. Excuses are monuments of nothing. They build bridges that lead to nowhere.
Yes,
those who use those tools are incompetents, are master of none. I'm just going to leave it at that.
That's good shit.
Man, I appreciate you, man.
Yes,
Tell me where they
sir.
can find you.
Oh yeah, stream all my music at under Young Cymba. That's YUNG space CYMBA, and you can follow me on all social media platforms on Instagram at Prod by Cymba, PRODBYCYMBA, and on X, or formerly known as Twitter, I am Young Cymba, YUNGCYMBA, all together.
Hey man, let's thank Young Cymba for coming back out, man. Y'all know how I'm gonna end this. Y'all keep your heads up and attitudes down, man. Peace.
I know I wanna be with you. Would you answer if I'm calling? Cause I don't feel like this often. I've been telling you my problems. Would you catch me if I'm falling?
Yes, sir. That's quality content right there.
I like it.
I like that excuses right there. I like that excuses.
So I'm gonna
It's real
keep
life,
this so I can
man.
write that down.
What?
Man. Oh yeah, I done wrote it down.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna never forget that, boy.
I can't never forget excuses now.
Oh, real, man. That was a real spill, man. Honestly, tell me that.
You almost let me throw the file up on the camera. People get fired.
That was a fire interview, man. I appreciate
I
you.
appreciate you for coming,
So,
man.
yeah, we got to do it.